It's Turtle here with a top secret turtle cast for top secret MVPs. This one's a little bit different. I'm a little irritated right now, a little annoyed, and I'm also on my way to the post office right now. So this Turtle cast is brought to you by the USPS, because what other kind of message would make you want to go to the post office? So, you know, there's some power in the mail. You got to remember that. Did I forget to put a stamp on the rent check? Did I if you have a PO box, you might have things that are delivered there and you have to go and get them before the post office closes. Now, with the way I run my day, a lot of times I like to leave at the last minute, even if like I get all my time management skills down. I'm still like I kind of just keep working up to the last minute. So it's something I've been working on, but I just think it's funny, because if you have to do business at the post office, it's the same thing. So there's a very strong impact in utilizing direct mail if you do it right. And it doesn't mean shift all of your marketing to it. It just means adding another level of marketing to your marketing campaign or your advertising campaign. And you know, depending on what business you want, you probably don't want more than one. And having one of anything is not, I mean, I'll probably say that in just about every episode, is not what you want. The reason why I'm a little irritated has to do with sometimes falling into a rut with other things, or like barely scraping by, or having an argument with your girlfriend, or like running late to the post office, or nothing's good on the radio. There's nothing good in there. Thank goodness there is some great studies and gurus and marketing heroes and geniuses and masters that have things to listen to in your car. For quite some time now, a lot of programs are, and you know, if you tailor it right, you know, it's just like a classroom in a car, kind of. So, because I only have about 10 minutes or so, let's see if I can cut to the chase. Again, this is one of the top secret for the Volt, so you might need to lock this one up. And you know what I mean, some folks probably had to climb a lot of ladders or pay a few bucks to get this far, so congratulations and thank you. This one, I don't know if it's titled right, but it should have something to do with setting up a voicemail, specifically through like an encryption app like Signal. I know there's other ones like WhatsApp and stuff like that, but I'm solely talking about Signal. So let's just say I have a friend. I might say it like in the third person, or I might say it in first person, just to like explain it and in a way that kind of makes sense, so I can kind of get in the driver's seat of whatever this business is and why this voicemail box is necessary, or is it? So the question really is if you take something that Joe Polish uses, and I believe Frank Curry and a few other guys have done it too with they have like a voicemail that you would call, and it would be like 3, 5, 10 minutes even sometimes, voicemail. And in it would be kind of like a sales letter, almost like an audio sales letter. And I don't know, it's something that I wanted to experiment with anyways, but let's just say the friend's business is it's like an experimental one, and I'm sure it would raise a couple red flags. They probably want to get in big trouble, but I'd rather just not mention too many of the details of the business, just because, you know, I like to protect people's privacy. So the problem was a little bit having to do with setting up, like, let's say Google Voice, or the regular voicemail that you would set like on a like Android or Google Voice only allows maybe up to a minute or two. And something I recently discovered too, because I just figured, hey, why not set up another line coming off of another line, and then that way that's like the pre-recorded message, with the Google number, of course. Once the let's say it was a cell phone plan, once that's up, that number can still carry through, if you know anything about that. Not on all phones. You know what? You can't even. I don't even know if you can do it anymore, to be honest with you. I tried to set up a Google Voice number, and it won't even let me on this other phone. So I was like, that's a kick in the pants. So I helped said company create like a little audio sales letter, like, you know, just kind of like a first draft. And I'm wondering, is it better to just do like something like that and then send it to their list, like just send the audio as is to their list? Because the other question is, or is there like an application that you could maybe pay for or whatever, that would basically be a voicemail app? So people would call a number, and maybe would ring the phone or whatever, it doesn't matter, but there would be a pre-recorded message there that would be basically without a time cap. Because I like to ramble, but I also like to cover a lot of details. So, you know, this audio sales letter could be easy 10, 15 minutes or more. I mean, I would like to scale it down and just like cut out like the meat a little bit, but I'm just giving a bigger range, just because I think that I want to do something a little unique for people's businesses too, is kind of just like do like a little, I'm calling them telecasts, like this is a turtle cast, but like, you know, like little telecasts. So people that have businesses could have like a number people would call, and they would kind of like give them like a little behind the scenes, kind of just like tell them what's going on. I don't know, there could be different numbers even. And I don't know, I just wanted to see if there was any comments on that, on like, hey, why don't you just make the voice audio thing and then have them send it to everyone in their list, and then just, you know, just do it like that, which is kind of cool, I guess. Well, I thought it would be neat to just for this business, like they would all call a hotline at their own, you know, when they wanted to, and it would just kind of be fun. And because they went out of their way to do that, maybe if they listen to the whole audio thing, there's little perks and little promotions within that could trigger off sales and stuff for having people engaged in the audio. So if you know of any software or service or application that you would of course get for like a, you know, a smartphone or Android or whatever, because I like to use Androids, let me know. But that's all. I figured, you know, those have to eat the cost of setting up this separate line, because with Signal and stuff too, you can set different things and have it be encrypted, whatever, right? All that good stuff. Send it out through Wi-Fi and all that. Now I think that they want to use for their Black Hat business Signal. So if, let's say, somebody called the hotline number and was like a new client, because this was supposed to be set up for, I guess, current clients on the list, like kind of keep them up to date with what's going on. Just something little fun for them to do, just to, you know, get a little bit more invested, like with their time and their attention, more like invested. And that's kind of what the goal was with that. Now, let's say somebody were to call the hotline and wanted to, like, let's say, place an order or do business. Now, within that message, it was going to say something along the lines of, we'll call this number with Signal and somebody will, you know, assist you from there. So that's why I was going to help them try to kind of preserve the line they just got and stuff, because they're like, oh no, like I got this line, I got it all set up, and you know what I mean, I don't want it to like take orders or anything like that. I just want it to be like a hotline. However, if some people were curious and did want to, as like a split test, as a test to see if that marketing is working too, to get new clients in, they would be calling a different number, which would also trigger off that they're a new client too. So I don't mean to get too technical with it, but that's why I was like, well, I thought it was a good idea too for them to have that extra line. But now it's like maybe they're just gonna have to eat it for a month, send it through like Signal or whatever, right, to their list or whatever they're doing, and maybe there's like a voicemail app they could use too. I don't know. That's why this was kind of like a So again, brought to you by mail. Also, I've been getting something in the mail that's super annoying. I've been trying to get off their list, and it's a paper. And I was like, wow, this would be a great piece of content. I'm actually half considering creating just like a silly Facebook group that's just called like Bad Copy. And you ever get annoying things in the mail, whatever, and they're just like this one, the reason why it's annoying is I want to break it all apart, because they it's like one of the worst, in my opinion, what's in it too for inserts. It's just like, you know, ad inserts. Actually, I'll even tease it for a minute because I'm almost there. Alright, to get the most out of your subscription, I've had my mailbox jammed with like 4 or 5 of these at a time. I'm like, what the heck? I even told them, I was like, and like every week, their circulation department is sending this local paper. They're like, it's like free extra. You open it up, and okay, it's one page inside it, and it's for a freaking old folks home. Make a difference, life path, volunteer, care. It is the most boring, completely boring, stupid, boring, no offense, older folks, boring little thing in there. It's just like an advertisement, like a big sales page for like a nursing home. And then inside it is like those ads for like stores that nobody really goes to, that are kind of on the borderline too. Market Basket, Stop and Shop, Big Y. Honestly, if you want to go and find any of those deals, you definitely don't need a paper. You just go in the store. The deals are right there, they'll tell you. Or you can go on their app or online or whatever. This paper is doing a horrible job to get anybody to want to get a subscription. They're like screamertising, hey, get our paper, get our paper, get our paper, get our paper. Instead, what they could do a lot more things. Like, they could actually put like real content in there. Teaser articles. Here's what we covered on the news last month. Anything. Like, they all have the exact same format. All get the most ever. Like, at least they could adapt something like USA Today and Washington Journal, I think, and New York Times and all them. I believe, I'm not for sure, but I believe they have like, hey, they'll let you read a couple articles and they track your cookies or something like that, right? And if you want to read more than like, let's say 2 or 3 articles, they want you to get a subscription. Annoying, right? Brilliant marketing, right? Because some slipped. I almost want, depending on how, if I got like a news company like that to get me to want to read more than 2 articles in like a few days in a row, then honestly I almost feel like I would, you know what, not even having a lot of money, I might even subscribe to it. But you know what I mean? Like, what? Why would anybody want it? Like, do they forget that people that are like millennials and younger and younger and younger are going to be these future, well, I don't know about that, but the future, they would have potentially, there could have been potentially the future subscribers of any magazine, any paper, and they are not speaking to anybody my age, even 10 years old or not. They have an ad, a whole, most of the paper ad for old folks home. Why the hell would I want to subscribe to this? And on the cover too, it's saying, hey, how to get free content, get the most out of your subscription. And it's got like a picture of like a tablet or a phone. It's like blah blah blah, and it's like, what makes you different? What makes anybody like, okay, people rather just get their news from whatever they get it from, probably for free, and social media. Like, tease us. Have some teaser copy. Have us open something up or something even. Anything. So I'm on a road that's a little messed up. I should go. I'm almost at the post office, speaking of it. So thank you very much for listening. Lock this one up. Have a very good day. Thank you very much again. Peace.